Awesome. Okay, we left off that we brought Katarina back from the dead. We're still in Faerun, in a town called Raven Hill. And you guys, gather your things from, you guys all had a long rest, so everything, all spells and stuff has been restored. So it's queues up. I'll tell you what you guys hear.
What's today?
Okay.
16. Thank you.
You guys here with the church and with the doors for the funeral, for the mortuary are still open. And out of the distance, you guys hear. You guys hear church bells, and then after a few minutes pass, you guys hear dragon. As you guys hear the sounds of
Mr. Green. You're the one who said it.
as you guys hear the wings of a dragon flying above. Yeah, I want you guys to go out. I'm assuming you guys go out at once you guys hear the bells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys all see a massive black dragon flying over Faerun. And Faerun is a pretty big area. So you guys, where you guys are at, you guys hear, the next thing you guys hear is
the money man.
And it flies over the northeast part of Faerun. And you just see it swoop over and let out a cone of, like a 50-foot cone of this greenish fog as it flies over. And all you hear is screaming. And then the screaming only lasts maybe like a few seconds as it goes silent. Because it's engulfed by a 50-foot cloud of green fog. And so what do you guys do? As you hear,
Don't let us
Don't touch the cum.
as you hear the wings of the dragon swoop around again to make another pass. What do you guys do?
Round 2.
And just so that you know,
Take cover. It's not after count, they're all fucked.
the only thing that it's immune to is acid. But it's like flying like 50, 60 feet ahead above you guys. So once it lands, if it does,
You're fucked.
well, what do you guys do? The town that you guys are currently in is under attack by a dragon. But you guys hear
That's what we heard.
not that. Okay.
Also, round 2. Fuck. Round 2. Fuck.
As you guys hear the church bells again. Since Faerun is not it's a big town, probably the size of, if you guys have been to Mount Pleasant, probably about that size. Not a big town, but yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not like one of the bigger port cities, is what I'm saying. But
all she said.
there's very seldom do they have anything attack them, so they're not actually prepared. So they don't have like a siren like the bigger cities do, or like they don't, or they can't light braziers or anything. But the closest they have is church bells. But what do you guys do?
We have a dragon that could fart. I think we'll be able to like brazier.
I'm not gonna wait.
As you see it land on top of the church,
Bye.
and the dragon. Anybody can speak Necronic, Dragonic. Okay.
Remember, I've got
Yeah.
tongue.
So you and Cody.
Broken.
Huh?
Broken, but not Cuttery.
Yeah. So you and Cody here, and for the rest of you guys,
Wasted a hand to drag.
you and Cody can translate. You get a dragon trying to pay up, or I will get what I'm owed. As he sniffs the air, and he goes, "Where's the price that you promised me?" And you see a few people, you see like a line start lining up, and people are handing the dragon that's above a 30-foot church,
They're asses.
probably maybe 40 feet foot church. And
They're all bending over.
like you see like piles of gold and stuff starting to, and you hear a little a girl, probably not too far from Kristen's age, says, "This is all we have." And you hear the dragon, for the ones that can speak Dragonic, say, "Fine, but your insolence will not stand." As you hear the dragon flap its wings as it starts hovering above the church another 40 feet. And it gets ready, and you can see now the breastplate of the dragon starts vibrating as it's getting ready to
It's a vibrator.
to-
Gotcha.
do another 30-foot cone of that green fog stuff. What do you guys do?
Bye.
Was a match.
And I'm going to tell you all now, it's got a high HP, so
I'm walking away. I don't know why you fucking.
so
Deuces, bitches.
Yep, not my problem.
I'm just chicken McNugget.
what do you guys do?
Do I have all my gear, like, all
Yeah.
my inventory and everything?
I don't think you have anything to fight a dragon.
Can he see me?
Huh?
Can it see us?
Not yet. It doesn't know that you're there yet. All it's doing is that whatever Faerun promised the dragon, his focus is on Faerun and the people of Faerun, because they owe, much like the red dragon you guys countered not that long ago, further in the campaign, in you guys' adventure, that some dragons that can talk,
And some can be assholes.
that have certain areas that they control, that they expect people to pay them.
see invisibles?
Hmm?
If you go invisible, can it see you?
No. Most dragons can't.
If you're careful, because it has blind sight.
I'm
A
gonna-
lot of all
I'm gonna
dragons have blind
hide.
sight.
I'm gonna hide behind something.
That's true.
Grab my cloak of
But they can't see,
invisibility
they
out of
can't
my
see invisibility.
bag holding and throw it all
Okay.
over.
Okay, try it. I need a counter roll. What are you, the rest of you guys doing?
Arcana?
Good, yeah. Because in his character will be coming up here soon.
Oh, seriously?
I'm walking away. I'm walking away.
Yeah, that's that one.
Time out chair for that dice.
No, that's not my good dice. There
That's
we
the
go.
dice.
28.
28? Okay. You
Where did it go?
pull out your cloak of invisibility. You hide in one of the bushes, not too far from the church.
Did you just say bush cookie?
Yes.
So you can see the dragon, maybe that the dragon's a good 80 feet above you. Well, the church is a good 30, 40 feet. The dragon's another 40 feet. So a total of 80. And you can see
That's 7.
its wings are huge. And when it flaps its wings, even though you're on the ground and you're invisible, you all can feel the gust of the wind of this dragon. And you can see that you're not up close to it, but you can see enough to where you can see like the breastplate start shaking to where it getting ready for its breath weapon. What are you doing, Kirsten? What about you, Jackson? And what about you, Kane? What do you guys? I know you said you're gonna either run or hide. You gonna still do that? Or are you gonna be brave and fight your kind?
Nope. I'm out. I was like, nope. This is between you people. I'm out. Bye.
As you do this,
Yes.
I want to be one.
the dragon takes its focus for a short minute off of Faerun
Nothing.
and goes,
Oh.
we have visitors in my territory. How say you, Dragonborn? You were in my territory without my permission.
I don't see your name on it. Okay.
Oh, Jesus, God.
Bye bye.
As you
Wrong.
I need you to do a stealth, a dex roll.
Is that D20?
Yeah.
And D20 plus my dex?
Yeah, a d20 plus your dex.
What does Dragon
34.
Draconic have to do with sorcery?
Huh?
34.
Okay,
What is Draconic?
so you barely roll out of the way as the dragon.
44. My bad.
Okay, so you roll out of the way, and where you're at, you can see this. You see pretty much a 60-foot cone of a poison fog barely miss Kane. As you see the grass, the trees, and anything within that 60-foot line basically wither and start melting.
That's acid.
And he goes, I'm going to ask you again, Dragonborn, why you were in my territory without my permission?
Hey, you could be like, hey, I'm the Dragonborn. I see dragons do.
No, he lays dragons.
He doesn't see Katarina yet because she's invisible. He doesn't know that you and you are there. All he knows is Cain is there. That's because he caught him out of his peripheral running away. So what do?
Can you say that word again?
As the dragon flies flies over Katarina and you can see the dragon 80 feet ahead above your head. And it's not getting ready. It's not getting ready to charge up its breath weapon again, because it's already used it twice. So it's gonna it needs to take a while for it to recharge. But you can feel the gust of its wings. I need you to make another dex save to see you don't get blown over. Because it's a pretty big dragon. So what are you doing, Kristen? And what about you, Bruno? What are you doing since you're still in the bush? Or you're still invisible
48. 48.
on the ground?
48.
28?
48.
Oh, 48? Okay. You don't get blown over.
Shut up!
You stay your ground, but the dragon does not look happy of you being in his territory. But he's not. He already gave you his warning with his breath weapon. So what do you do?
Wait, do you have dragon ring?
I didn't.
Because in Spire,
Wonder.
you basically do dragon ring and it makes it land. Then you get behind it and violate it.
So you still gonna try to run and hide, or
I'm not fighting.
okay?
But here's the dragon board.
Well,
This is what you're supposed to do.
yeah, I don't fight my own.
I thought I was right.
I don't really have to. Maul, on the other hand, would.
Anyway,
What if it's
Kane's strategy. Kane's more strategy.
What if it's not really a dragon?
More
What if it's
strategy.
Mirok?
If he doesn't have to go on a murder spree, he doesn't want.
Yeah.
If he doesn't
Well,
have
at least
to
I
go on a
know
murder
so he
I'm
makes
resistant
a
to
pass
poison.
over in his head.
Resistant to poison
And-
and being poisoned.
I don't know what I am as a sorcerer. I don't know sorcerer stuff yet.
because when I.
Oh, for Katarina.
I still have my swashbuckler.
And you
stuff.
see him land again on top of the church as he's standing and sniffing the air. Since Cain is not going to, I think, so you're just going to try to, what are you actually doing?
Me?
No, me.
I know what you're doing.
He's trying to avoid to go on a burn spree if he doesn't have to, because
Okay,
once he kills, he won't. He has blood rage. So if he kills one, he's already killing most people in sight.
okay,
So that's the reason why. That's the reason why with Cain, he's more strategy thing is to work the killing spree.
okay. Anyway, so,
He could kill the dragon.
yeah, so you're going to pretty much, so you're just going to hold your actions, but you're going to kind of hide to just to see what he's going to do.
Exactly.
Okay, I see what you're doing. What are you and you do?
He's not easy.
And then, what are you doing besides being invisible?
Technically, in other words,
So what's it
if
prone to?
he
It's not really prone to anything. It's immunity. It's damage. Immunity is acid. Is that or acid or poison? Because that's basically what he uses for his weapon.
I've been like,
But like most dragons, they don't have a whole lot of immunity, and they don't have a whole lot of
Vulnerabilities.
like resistance to different things.
What about like?
That's why they have like a high HP.
Is
They're
there
not
a
like-
resistance to
They're
electrification?
mostly they're
Lightning.
lightning most
You can
expensive.
try it.
Lightning most
Pickleback are physical.
Well, considering everybody around me, I'm
Hey, if you can find a way to down it, I can turn it into a rat
resistant
over
to
its butt.
poison, damage, and being
Oh my
poisoned. So
God.
therefore, the cloud that he
Hey, if you can find a way to like
exasperates
I can turn into a rat over its butt.
won't affect me.
And then I can turn into a human form and
Shouldn't.
a bar.
But where you hit with where you can, how far are you
And then
from
I turn into a human form and
where
a bar.
Katarina is? Or are you still like
I'm
in the area
still
of the,
sitting in a spot where I'm unseen by the dragon.
okay? Yeah, so you can see the dragon on the church, and you can see a 60-foot line of like just pure devastation. Like what used to be trees and grass is now just a melted puddle of like a green
Slimy glue.
slime. But you can tell that because you don't have to. If you want to roll it, you can. You don't really have to. But if you like a knowledge roll, but if you don't want, or if you don't have to. You don't want to. You can just tell you. But if you want to, you can.
There's only fucking for getting the ball. And like,
I don't know what level
Your butt like a rat in your butt.
I don't really have a level, but I can tell you that he's. If you guys want to fight him, I am not going to stop you, but it's going to be a long, hard fight. Because he's got a high HP,
and it's all slap off.
I don't know what
and he can multi-attack on bite, claw, and tail, along with his breath weapon. So it's going to be a challenge. Yeah.
I have a stone that makes me resistant to poison.
But I'm not going to stop you guys if you guys want to,
Hey,
fight.
like I said, if you
What?
can,
I have a
if you
stone
can down it, I
that
want to
makes
try
me
something.
resistant to poison.
Can you transform?
yeah, poison or acid, he
No,
is...
me. I have a stone that makes me resistant.
Oh, yeah. It will still affect you, but you will take like half damage.
I'm not doing nothing right now.
Anyway, what'd you get? A crit?
I already
Okay, so you
I
can
mean,
tell
I
they...
want to.
I know.
I don't need the poison.
What do you know about dragons, especially black dragons? Their venom is highly toxic. And their breath weapons instead of fire, their poison gas that they eject from their mouth is highly toxic as well. That's why it just wiped out, basically made a puddle of like what used to be trees and grass and bushes. But what do you do?
Hey, if you guys can down it, I want to do something.
The thing is, can you transform into
I should be able to. I mean,
We all know
being a
someone
fruit
who
lord, I
can.
should be able to.
You
Like
can
vampire
find
lords can
animals.
turn into like.
What about you?
Yeah.
I'm just chilling here because I have no
Okay,
idea.
you're just
True.
gonna
Very true, very true.
I am the all powerful Lord my ass.
Oh,
She can transform into animals.
Double back.
because I'm druid.
Druids can have
yeah,
wild shape.
but with him being Bruno,
No.
No,
She can.
oh, she
I
can't.
can't.
Yeah.
My guy put on
Yeah.
his cloak too.
Yeah, you can transform into animals.
My guy put on his invisibility.
Whatever. So the animals that native to Faerun, besides like are going to be Because there's not very many animals native to Faerun. There's centaurs. Of course, earth elementals. There is,
That's worse.
as far as animals go, there are some bear, crag cats, which are kind of like bobcats, but they're a lot bigger. And then there's a few, and then you have a few elk.
Hi, Tim. How you doing?
Hey, Tim.
Hi, Prescott.
The other Pepsis and okay.
And then outside of that, you have the only other animals that that are native to Faerun are, you also have wild boar, but not very many animals, unlike Abilene. Well, about the rest of Abilene, there because since Faerun is a big town, but there's not a lot of forest. And what forests are there, there's not very many animals there because it's not a migration pattern. It's more like Faerun is one. It's one of the since you do have a high knowledge roll. Faerun, it's rare, but it is one of the few trade routes that are in Abilene, which could explain why there are not very many animals. But there are a few, like some boar, deer, elk, prey cat, and then as far as like mythical animals, the only magical animal that is native to Faerun is the centaur. Because it being pretty close to the Modella Mountains, and that's where a lot of the centaurs are native to. In Abilene are the mountains, but that's about it. What are you doing, or what are you thinking, Chris?
Thunderclap. They clap the cheeks.
That's what I wanted to do with the dragon.
We're minus somebody on the board.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be joining us in the field. Because you guys are gonna meet him. And that's Thomas's character. But anyway.
I just stay back for the moment.
So far, the only one that he's noticed is Kane. He doesn't know the rest of you guys are here, and he can't see you yet.
I'm moving. Misty step, but you can still freaking see me.
Big shot.
No cheeks.
That is.
Wow! Jesus God.
But anyway,
Please,
so what's your plan, Jessica?
Love the thunder cheeks. Pika, pika.
I just stay back for the moment
Okay.
and observe,
Peter, when he ate those quarters and everything, and then he got me a rhythm. It was like,
Okay.
trying to figure out
yeah.
the best way that possibly we can attack.
Okay. I see what you're saying. What about you, Bruno? What are you gonna do?
What you doing over there?
Throw a head under my cloak.
He's hiding.
Okay. So, we need a Arcana roll with a stealth. Because I'm gonna have to do it first. get? That,
My stealth is only 1.
okay.
This is Bruno, not the other guy.
Yeah,
That's
Well, they're
Dex.
short anyway.
It's
put
not
your
Michael.
cloak on, and you go invisible, and you hide.
Oh God, keep your little boys young.
And basically,
I have an earring on, right?
Huh?
I have an earring on, right?
I don't know what you guys have established as far as communication go. I know the old group, you guys do the earring. But I don't know if you guys have the same communication.
Well, I don't want to do anything
No, we don't have
telepathically
it. No, that's
because I want to drive.
like
Tiny.
special agent, like the special thing have to
Oh yeah.
communicate.
Well, I don't think you guys have established that form of communication you guys have.
I mean, she's already got an earring anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she would.
She's got the pirate earring.
Yeah. So yeah, so I guess it would be a part of the same way. If that's what you guys are wanting to do. Since you are with a pirate, you guys really want to have the earring.
Pirates.
Okay, so yeah, you're kind of the same thing.
Well, it's the.
Yeah. So anyway,
King don't have.
you don't have a rule for that. So what do you do? Do you want to use your earring?
Oh.
The closest to you would be Kristen and then Bruno. And then Kane isn't. He's
Not
a
hiding.
distance.
He's not hiding. He's just.
Yeah.
He's quietly observing.
Yeah, I believe so.
Exactly.
Do you have an earring?
Hammer.
No, I mean, communicate.
If you don't have an earring, maybe you could be like a bracelet or like a necklace.
Hello.
Or maybe you
Power
have
Rangers.
Bruno. I know
That's
he's got an earring.
Yes, Daddy.
I've always had an earring.
Yeah.
We quit fucking up front.
So.
And Remy, you're close to Remy as well. And Katarina and you're, and Pug Bruno. The only one you're not too close to is Kane.
I'm not that far. But
Yeah.
Nobody likes
So-
I'm just behind a tree.
I'm going
Just
to.
observing.
Yeah, you're behind the tree,
You
rubber
see
one out.
the dragon perched on the roof
Don't.
of this 40-foot church.
Yeah.
And y'all can, and what used to be a nice church
So I'm going
is now like somebody is sinking in because of the weight of the dragon.
Yeah,
So
he
I'm
didn't do
going
my
to
cantrips.
communicate with the ones I can talk
He
to.
did like my spells and everything, but he didn't do my 2 cantrips.
And I'm going to
That's why.
kind of
That's what I'm doing.
do a little
That's what I'm doing. now.
scratchy to touch it.
Giggity.
I knew you were going to say that. I need to move.
Unless
Not move, because if I move, he sees me.
Just don't wear bass. Wear music.
He's
Don't wear
like-
bass.
I already did that.
I
sorry.
have an idea,
Just
but
bend over and straight on the fucking
machete, but it's going to take a little bit of work.
Because right now, I'm invisible. I know that. I'm invisible right now.
Yeah,
But I cannot be in here all night.
I know.
I need to move. So we need to figure out a way to distract him so I can move.
Don't look at me.
He goes,
Because if I move,
Yeah.
he couldn't see me.
he goes, cursed. And Remy's talking to you. He goes, how are you at communicating your voice at a long distance? And I have a plan.
Never had to before. Never had to before.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure.
Ro can do it. I might be able to do it. I don't know. I haven't fully did this all the
The
sources
rope
yet.
under the things like, if you can do it, he goes, what about you, Bruno? You hear Remy on your bracelet or whatever. So who, out of the two of you, who can throw your voice at a long distance? But if you can, I have an idea to get Katarina to move.
Well,
And then if this plan goes well, then we need to figure out an exit plan real quick, because dragons are not dumb.
Well, I want to make my end plan.
I know we're not.
Who knows? Make it typing up there, Dragonborn.
I have an idea, but it's
okay.
it's a bit on the crazy side to get his attention off of, to direct his attention elsewhere, but it's not going to be fun. Gonna have to peel off my cloak, make a run, and use a hammer to strike it with lightning.
Because that might
Maybe.
hammer come back to you.
It's Mjolnir.
So yes.
Sure. Well, it does
Does
lightning and
Mjolnir-
thunder damage.
Yeah.
Mjolnir always returns
Okay.
to Thor, so
Chain
That's if he's worth. That's if they're worthy.
So,
true.
That chain lightning too.
so what
Yeah,
do
you
you,
know, words is
Chris, can
cards.
you do that? If not,
I've never had to bid for a slot, don't know if I could.
okay. Anyway,
I have some
So-
room for athletics. And then
how
hammer.
far can you throw your hammer?
Of the butthole.
You,
Or the
No,
nuts.
I'm gonna take my cloak off, make a run,
Wait, he's
And
a
then-
closed cloak.
and then use the hammer for lightning at the dragon.
If it helps, I've rolled a crit for you.
Listen on the news area, so we're all good.
Okay, so
when I need a stealth roll,
He's working on
my
it.
stealth is shit. I'm taking the cloak off.
okay,
So stealth goes out the window at this point.
okay.
Or it's gonna be like a dealer.
So
More
you
athletics.
Bruno,
It's more athletics.
It's athletics.
you can see Remy, he has 3 sets of cards ready for his plan.
Well,
Yeah.
12 equals 29. Yeah, 29 for athletics. And that's d20. A 10 and a 9. 19 plus my strength.
But whenever you're ready, there, Bruno, I have an idea to back you up. Now, Kirsten, if you can't through your voice,
Hello?
do you have an idea for a distraction?
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, what time did you guys leave? Okay, so I'm good for now then. Okay. So I'll have to, yeah, I'll have to give Dad a call then. Alright. Okay. 9, 5, and 9. Got it. Alright. Bye. Dealing with dogs this weekend. Well, we're letting them out to go potty. Continue. I roll it. Oh shit. Okay, tonight, around 8 or 9. Yes.
Anyway, so you hear on your earpiece, what plan do you have to make a distraction? And Bruno,
Okay, I got 41 total for the hammer.
Okay,
So I peel off the cloak, step
Okay.
away, grab my hammer, make a mad dash away from Katarina, and I use the hammer to strike it with lightning.
If there were one like Woody.
So once you do that, the dragon
41 total for lightning.
turns his gaze to Bruno.
And that would
Goes-
give Katarina enough time to move.
And you take off? Okay.
Well, I already.
Okay. So he goes playing chase, sorry there, dwarf. And you just see him go after Bruno as Remy throws his cards. So I need you to make an acrobatic. I think that would be athletics. Yeah, make an athletic roll.
Athletics.
Yeah.
He's running.
Yeah. He goes, you know the piece. You got somewhat of a game plan.
42.
So if you need to go, run there, Katarina.
You got 42.
Okay, 42, yeah. You run as and the dragon takes after you. You dart into an abandoned storage
Storage shed.
shed. And when you do, it's pitch black, but what you can see in the dark, you see rows of barrels of very flammable alcohol. And you see you see the crest of Faerun, and it's very stilled whiskey. But for right now, you hear the dragon flying over his head, overhead. He goes, I know you're enter, dwarf. Come out and stop playing. Stop hiding and come out and meet your death. Now, what do you guys do?
So since he's in there, I'm going to use, for the first time, one of my sorcerer spells. I'm going to Dimension Door.
I like this.
Pull
Wait.
him through.
No, I can teleport to an ally.
Yeah,
Well,
he's got
what I
that.
was going to
Okay,
do,
alright.
save that,
That's what that.
I was going to Dimension Door, pull him through, and replace me. And as I go through Dimension Door to replace him, I become a different color.
Wait, what?
I become
Become black?
a different color.
Oh no, that's
Okay.
Bruno's face is
I like
sopping
that.
wet. It's because he run in a room full of flammable
So I need,
whiskey, man.
first, what are you going to do?
He's gonna die if
Kristen?
Ginger takes his way.
Well,
Maybe-
you can
maybe-
make your roll. I need a Arcana roll with a Constitution. With a
Yeah.
Constitution score.
50.
Okay,
Tammy,
Hmm?
look what I got.
that's insane.
Got set today.
So, before I say, what are you doing there, Kristen?
Krista is thinking.
Okay.
You gotta figure she's juggling through three sets of magic lists.
Oh, okay.